You guys need to keep it down, please. Okay, good afternoon. Today is Monday, April the 22nd. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some writ hearings scheduled this afternoon. We do not have a court reporter. If you are requesting a court reporter, your case will be reset for a later date. Attorneys can please turn your cameras on. Not hearing any objections, we will proceed as such. Elise, you ready? You're on mute.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the first case we're gonna call is C-1720-24-F, State of Texas versus Martin Ramos. Mr. Ramos, please stand up in the middle of the room there. You speak English, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he is present in the courtroom. He is English speaking. Ms. Garza, Dora, Garza, this is your motion. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. On behalf of Mr. Ramos, he currently has a bond set at 25,000 cash surety. We're asking if Your Honor can consider a personal recognizance bond. He is currently working as a provider and lives with his sister, Judge.
Judge, I don't have any objection to that. I'm okay with the PR bond on this case.
Okay. You have contact information for him, Ms. Garza?
I only have the contact information that he gave us in his application for appointment.
Okay, raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down. State your name.
Martin Ramos.
What city do you currently live in, sir? What's your address?
2215 Nelda Street.
2215 what?
15 Nelda Street.
Delta?
Nelda.
Nelda Street. Okay. That's in Edinburgh?
Yes, sir.
That's where you receive your mail?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna go ahead and grant you a PR bond, sir. That means you'll be released with your signature. It's just to release you from here. You still have to show up at a later date with your attorney at the courthouse to take care of this matter. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Bond will be reduced to $5,000 PR. Anything else?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Stay in contact with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
That's all I have this afternoon. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you, Mrs. Jackson.
Thank you, Judge.
Next case we're gonna call is C-1687-24-E, State of Texas versus Cano. Is that correct? Cano? Cano Leal? Mr. Leal, you speak English?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Sully, this is your motion. He is present. He is English speaking. You may proceed, sir.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I've conferred with the state, Your Honor. Excuse me. I believe that there's an agreed recommendation for a PR bond on this case.
That's correct, Judge.
And if I may add, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, sorry.
And also the state has informed me that they're offering Mr. Leal to dismiss the felony that's an intake if he pleads guilty to the assault, which I just noticed has been set for a hearing this Thursday in County Court 6, Your Honor. And the recommendation in that case would be 1-year probation. So we're asking the court to grant him a PR bond, Your Honor, and allow him the opportunity to hopefully take care of these charges on Thursday, Your Honor.
That's fine. There is a verification that was filed on the misdemeanor case. So you'll need to take that up, I guess, on Thursday, if he agrees to take the plea, or you can ask judge from County Court, looks like County Court Law number 6, to see if he'll grant you a bond at that time. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
We're going to go ahead and grant you a $5,000 PR bond, sir. Because you have another case pending, as you heard your attorney say, there's an agreement on that misdemeanor case, so Thursday of this week, you can take care of it possibly at that time. You will not get out today, maybe on Thursday, though. You understand that? Anything else?
Nothing
No,
on
Your
the
Honor, thank you.
stage, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Sully. That bond will be reduced to $5,000 PR.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too. Have a good afternoon. The next case we're gonna call is C1742-24-F, State of Texas versus Roque Castañon Jr. You speak English, sir? Mr. Castañon is present in the courtroom. He is English speaking. Mr. Quintana, this is your motion, sir. You may
Good
proceed.
Yes, Your Honor, good afternoon. I did not have a chance to meet with the state on this case. He is being charged with theft, third-degree felony. His bond was set at $100,000. We're asking that the court reduce that to $20,000 cash assurity. He is a U.S. citizen. He lives here. And apparently he was with other people, and the allegation is that they took a truck. But anyway, that's the extent of the theft charge. So we're asking that the court consider giving him a $20,000 cash assurity bond.
Okay, state.
Judge, let me double check because I'm not. I was
I didn't see any
recommending,
priors on them.
we were gonna recommend a $10,000 cash surety bond, Judge.
We'll take it.
You okay with that, Mr. Quintana?
We'll take it.
All right. Sir, raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Roque Castañon Jr.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 18,
What city do you currently live in?
Houston.
You have family here in Hidalgo County?
No, sir.
You have family here in the Rio Grande Valley? Okay. You understand you're gonna get out on bond,
Yes, sir.
but you're gonna have to show up a later time to take care of this matter in court.
Yes, sir.
You need to make sure you come back or a warrant will be issued for your arrest and you'll end up back in jail,
Yes, sir.
possibly without a bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Stay in contact with your attorney. You have contact information, Mr. Quintana, for him?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, bond will be reduced to $10,000 cash surety.
Very well.
Anything else?
Nothing further from us, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Go ahead and have a seat, sir. Good luck to you. Next case we're gonna call is C1760-24-F, State of Texas versus Angel Costa. Mr. Costa, you speak English? Mr. Costa is present in the courtroom. He is English speaking. Ms. Arispe, this is your motion. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge.
Michelle,
Mr. Angel Costa, Judge, is 17 years of age, Judge. He's a U.S. citizen. He lives in Edinburgh, has lived all his life in Edinburgh, Judge. He was attending Visions Academy, hence of robbery. He has a misdemeanor. The misdemeanor was already set at a PR bond, Judge. The robbery was set at $200,000. He's just turned 17, Judge. He does not have an adult criminal history, Judge. We're asking the court's consideration for a PR bond or in the alternative $2,500 cash surety. Family's indigent, Judge, and they are not able to afford a high bond.
State.
Judge, we were gonna be recommending a reduction from $200,000 to $100,000 cash surety.
And my understanding, he doesn't have a criminal history as an adult. He may have one juvenile matter, but not as an adult.
Are these individuals implicated in other smoke shop robberies? Do you know?
I don't show anything else, Judge, but I mean, I don't, not from what the information that I have. I don't want to misrepresent to the court. I don't have any information about any additional.
Because I know there was a couple of them that happened right around that same time. I don't know if one of the co-defendants, I remember reading his name, I think on another report, or maybe it was the same report. Do you have juvenile history?
So Judge, this is one that,
Judge,
I'm sorry, Ms. Arisbe. Go
No,
ahead.
go ahead, Anna.
No, I was just gonna say that because this was one that was provided, when they forwarded it to me, they didn't provide the TCIC and CIC, so I don't have his juvenile history.
That's fine. Raise your right hand, sir. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. State your name. How old are you, sir?
17.
You graduated from high school?
No, sir.
Are you in high school?
I was trying to finish my grade.
Who do you live with?
I'm on.
Where, what city?
Edinburgh.
You've been in contact with a mom, Ms. Arisbe?
No, Judge, I was not able to get a hold of her.
Okay. Been in jail 78 days. I didn't see anything about a weapon in the report.
Judge, this is a robbery. It's not an aggravated offense, so figure there's an assault somewhere.
Yeah, I believe they pushed the lieutenant. I reduced the bond. I'm gonna order random UAs through probations. Probation's gonna contact you, sir, to go in and get drug tested. If you don't show up, you're gonna end up back in orange. If you show up and you're positive for drugs or alcohol, you're gonna end up back in orange. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
No drugs, no alcohol until this case is all resolved. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Stay in contact with your attorney. Bond will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety.
Thank you, Judge. That's
All
all
right,
I have.
good
My
luck to you.
And Judge, can we just have no contact with the victim or the establishment, Your Honor?
Mr. Acosta, I don't want you going back to that store. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't go back there. Don't drive by there. Don't go anywhere near there. No contact with any of the individuals that were with you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Have a seat.
Thank you, Judge. May I be
You're welcome.
excused,
Have a
Your
good
Honor?
afternoon. Yes,
You
thank
too, sir.
Next case we're gonna call is C1469-24-F, State of Texas versus Shannon Dickerson. Speak English, Ms. Dickerson? She is present in the courtroom. Ms. Barreto, this is your motion. You may proceed.
Yes, Judge. Good afternoon. Paula Barreto on behalf of Ms. Dickerson, Judge. I filed this writ, Your Honor. This is my belief it's her first offenses, Your Honor. She has two possession of controlled substance. One is a felony. I know that the misdemeanor, Judge, I just checked and it did land in County Court 9 set for April 30th. So today, Judge, I'm asking the court to consider giving her a PR bond. This is not an aggravated offense. This is not a violent crimes, Your Honor. I believe she lives in an apartment here in the Valley. And the court could set any conditions depending on what the state is offering. I don't believe they're in agreement to a PR bond.
Okay,
That's correct, Judge. We're recommending a reduction from $25,000 to $10,000 cash surety.
Ms. Dickerson, raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand down. How old are you, ma'am?
53.
You are Shannon Dickerson?
Yes, sir.
What city do you currently live in?
Edinburgh,
You have a home, an apartment?
apartment,
Who do you live with?
myself.
Been in jail 33 days. Understand, if you make bond, that's just gonna get you out of jail. You're gonna have to report with your attorney to the courthouse at a later date to take care of this matter. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Stay in contact with your attorney. You have contact information for her, Ms. Barreto?
Judge, what was provided to me by Indigent, if we could get an updated contact number.
You have a cell phone, ma'am?
Yes, sir. I do.
What is it?
It's 956-638-7117.
All right. Make sure you get out, you stay in contact, if you make bonds, stay in contact with your attorney. Well, you'll see her in court on the 30th, correct?
Have court on April 30th. I'm gonna try to get a sooner date. we'll see what the state's offering, but until then, you'll be in jail until then. So April
I'll go
3rd.
ahead- I'll go ahead and reduce the bond to $2,500 PR. No drugs, no alcohol, ma'am, while you're out. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
If you test positive, you're gonna end up back in jail. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. Have a seat.
Thank you, Judge.
Anything
Maybe
else, Ms. Barreto?
nothing further, maybe excuse.
Yes, thank you. Next case I'm gonna call is C1722-24-L, State of Texas versus Jarrell.
That's correct.
Is that correct, Jarrell?
Yes.
Jarrell Science, you speak English, correct? He is English speaking. Mrs. Martinez, this is your motion. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nereida Morales Martinez for Mr. Sines in this case, Judge. I have to say, first of all, Judge, that when I first made contact with my client and he asked for a bond reduction, I also made contact with his sister who was going to assist him, and I filed my motion. Thereafter, recently, my client called my office asking that bond reduction be made for a PR bond. I did not have that in my motion, so I'm asking for a trial amendment at this time to include a request for PR bond, Judge.
On all 7 charges, 6 charges, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, on all cases?
Yes, sir. And if I may proceed, I'll explain myself, Judge. May I have the
Go
trial? Yes, thank you. Judge, my client is a U.S. citizen. He was born in McAllen, Texas. He is self-employed. He does yard work to make a living. He is in a relationship with a lady, but they do not have any children themselves. As the court pointed out, these are all drug cases, Judge. He has 1, 2, 3 first-degree felonies of manufacture or delivery of a controlled substance, penalty group 1. Those are each set at $20,000. We respectfully would ask that they be lowered to $2,000 PR bond in the alternative cash or surety. Each one of those, Judge. He then has a manufacturing and delivery state jails. And that is, pardon me, Judge.
It's set at 10,000.
Yes, sir. We would ask that be reduced to $1,000 PR bond, or in the alternative, a $1,000 cash or surety. He has a manufacturing and delivery penalty group 3/4, a class A misdemeanor that has a bond of $5,000. Respectfully would ask that be reduced to 1,000 PR bond, or in the alternative, a 1,000 cash or surety bond. The next one, he has a similar one, also class A misdemeanor with the same amounts, and would likewise would ask for a $1,000 PR bond, in the alternative 1,000 cash or surety bond. I have not seen that the POM has gone through, Judge. That has a $1,000 bond. Would ask that it be reduced to $500 PR bond, or in the alternative, a $500 cash or surety bond. And then the last one that I have is a POCS penalty group 2A, less than 2 ounces, a class B misdemeanor, also a $1,000 bond. We ask that it be reduced to $500 cash or surety in the alternative, pardon me, a PR bond in the alternative, a cash or surety bond. Judge, my client assures me that he will be present to any and all future court settings, and his sister that I've spoken to indicated to me that he would be there to assist him and make sure that he makes any future settings.
Okay. Annalise?
Judge, I mean, based on the facts, he was dealing drugs. He was the one that was dealing drugs and selling drugs to other people. So, I mean, I believe that he's employed doing that. That's how he's getting his money. But I was gonna recommend just reduce the misdemeanors and the state jails that he has pending to PR bonds, but leave the other cases that the Mandels that are at first degrees and different at the $20,000 cash surety bond. So I was still recommending that he get some reduction to PR bonds on the two state jails, which are at $5,000.
They don't make them the size.
And the misdemeanor.
Okay. Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Speak louder, please. Who's got their microphone on? Reggie, would you mind muting your microphone?
I'm sorry, Judge, I had muted it and then the Zoom asked me to unmute. I apologize.
Okay. State your name, please. You can put your hand up. How old are you, sir?
31.
What city do you currently live in?
I live in Fort, Texas,
Who do you live with?
with my mom, my brother, and my sister.
How long have you lived at that residence?
I was staying there for 2 weeks until the arrest.
You're out of jail, out on bond, you're going back to that residence?
I mean, that's where I'm staying. And I know something that my mom and my sister had nothing to do with it.
We're not just here to discuss that. I'm just asking you where you're staying, sir. The bond on the, well, if you make bonds, sir, I'm gonna order random UAs to probation. Have you go in and get tested. If you don't show up, you're gonna end up back in orange, you understand? If you show up and you come back positive for drugs or alcohol, you're gonna end up back in jail, do you understand? The bond on the Class B misdemeanor possession controlled substance will be reduced to $1,000 PR. The possession of marijuana will be reduced to $1,000 PR. The state jail felony manufacturing delivery set at $5,000 will be reduced to $5,000 PR. The other state jail will be reduced to $5,000 PR. The 3 first-degree felonies, manufacturing delivery charges will be reduced to $2,500 cash surety each one. And the man delivery state jail set at $10,000 will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. I'm sorry, PR. So he's got $7,500 cash surety. The rest are all PR bonds. Random UAs through probation.
Yes,
Good
sir.
luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. I have nothing further. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Case we're gonna call is C-1761-24-J, State of Texas versus Margarita Martinez. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Martinez is present. She is English speaking. Tracy, this is Ms. Evans. This is your motion. You may proceed.
Judge, he has 2 charges of theft, state jail judge, 1 fraud charge. She is a U.S. citizen. She resides in Westaco. She's 33, Judge. She has she had just bonded out on some charges, Judge. She did keep in contact with my office during that time, Judge. We are requesting $2,500 cash or surety bond, Judge. The 2 thefts, 1 theft is set at $10,000 currently. The other theft is set at 7,500 and the fraud is set at 10,000 for a total of 27,500, Judge. I know the state is not in agreement.
No, Judge, she had just served 4 years in TDC. She was sentenced to 4 years and served TDC on a burglary of habitation in 2022. So she just got out, picked up additional charges which are pending, and then picked up these cases.
You wanted 2,500, Tracy, on each charge or total?
2,500 on each charge, Judge.
3, correct?
Yes, Judge.
But she does have like a, well, I guess she just kept the bond on the 370th case.
I saw she had a writ filed in 370. He granted her a bond. No I didn't see any verifications this morning, correct?
Well, I think she is back in there for that one, but I believe it was
Right.
only 1,000 cash or surety, Judge. So
There is a verification of incarceration though.
yes, Judge. So I didn't file anything on that, Judge. I think that's a reasonable bond, so I just filed it on the newest charges.
Okay. Raise your right hand, man. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name.
Margarita Dona Martinez.
How old are you, ma'am?
Your Honor.
What city do you currently live in?
Everybody wants to go Texas.
Who do you live with there?
I just lost my apartment and I'm living with my mother in the housing.
You have somewhere to go?
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the bonds on the fraud charge to $2,000 cash surety. On the theft, with the previous conviction set at 10,000, bond will be reduced to $2,000 cash surety. And on the other theft, set at 7,500, bond will be reduced to $2,000 cash surety. Stay in contact with your attorney, man. If you make bond, no drugs, no alcohol. Do you understand?
I understand, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Evans. Next case I'm gonna call is C1486-24-F, State of Texas versus Lindsay Garcia. You speak English, Ms. Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor.
She's present, she's English speaking. Mr. Lopez, this is your motion, sir. You may proceed.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Randy Lopez on behalf of Ms. Garcia. Your Honor, I spoke with Ms. Garcia there at the detention center last week before I filed the writ. She's indicated to me, Judge, that she does have a place to stay in McAllen, Texas, although she's from El Paso. She does not have any intention to leave the county of Hidalgo. This is a penalty group 1, possession of controlled substance. Judge, that's the only felony count she has. She's been in there a little over 30 days. And Your Honor, she has currently a $5,000 cash surety bond, which by most means is reasonable. However, because of her indigency, Judge, she can't afford that. And I'd be asking the court to set a $5,000 PR bond.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Alice?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I wouldn't be opposed to a PR bond, Judge.
Raise your right hand, man. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
State your name.
Lindsay Mary Garcia,
How old are you, ma'am?
38.
Do you have family or anybody here in Hidalgo County?
No, I'm staying with a friend.
You have somewhere to go here in Hidalgo County.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna go ahead and follow the recommendation, give you a PR bond. Do not leave the county, because you're gonna have to show up at a later date to take care of these matters. If you don't show up, they're gonna issue a warrant for you. Wherever you are, if you're not here in Hidalgo County, don't show up, they're gonna arrest you and they're gonna transport you back. So you need to stay here and take care of these matters, you understand? Bond will be reduced to $5,000 PR. Anything else?
That's all from the defense, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck to you, man. The next case we're gonna call is C1744-24-I, State of Texas versus Heidi Gonzalez. You speak English, Heidi?
Sorry.
Ms. Gonzalez is present. Mr. Munoz, this is your motion. I'm not sure if you're aware but she does have a motion to revoke. It was filed in CR 0280-23-8. It looked like it was filed on the 17th, last week sometime. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
No, Your Honor, and I actually, when I was appointed by Indian Defense, I was just appointed on the charges that she has that are currently pending. I hadn't been appointed on any other cases or any motion to revoke that were that she currently have. I might maybe this week, but as of right now, I have not.
And the allegations on the first allegation on the motion to revoke is that she's been an absconder, hasn't reported since the day she was put on probation.
Okay.
You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor, I was appointed by to represent the defendant, Your Honor. She's got on the writ that we have before you, we're asking that the bond be reduced to a total of 6 charges. The first one being in possession of controlled substance, and 2 theft of property with a prior conviction. Actually, 3 unauthorized use of a vehicle, and fraudulent use, possession of identifying information. I think my understanding, Your Honor, was that there was no recommendation that at this time the bond be reduced. She is a U.S. citizen. She lives in McAllen, and my conversation with the defendant, she was employed cleaning houses. But with that motion to revoke, I mean, I think that would make it a little bit more challenging now if there is already a warrant out for her on that particular case.
Yeah, and I believe the campus has already been issued. Isn't that correct, Annalise?
Yes, Judge, from what I had seen, it had already been issued, Judge.
Okay. So what's the state's position? Opposed?
Yes, Judge, she's just got extensive criminal history. She has that pending, and then, I mean, the bonds are appropriate for the offenses charged, Judge. And she has multiple pending cases as well, including failure to IDs, which really kind of makes you concerned about her being a flight risk.
Ms. Gonzalez, you have a probation case where they filed a motion to revoke. There's been a warrant issued for your arrest. You don't have to go before that judge. At this time, there's no bond set on that case. So even if I was to reduce your bond on these cases, you would not be released until you went before that judge. Based on that, based on the fact from what I read on the allegations that you had not even reported in the last 6 months to probation, I'm gonna go ahead and deny any relief requested. If you get appointed on that case, Mr. Munoz, and the judge grants you a bond over there, you've got 30 days. This court retains jurisdiction. If you want to revisit it, you can contact my staff and we can reset it. But at this time, I'm going to deny any relief.
Yes, sir.
You understand? All right, good luck to you, man. I'm going to go and have a seat. I think we're done with all the females. If you want to. Okay, okay. The next case we're going to call is C1748-24-A, State of Texas versus Jose Delgado.
Yes, good afternoon,
Delgado.
Judge.
Speak English, Mr. Delgado. Ms. Richardson, this is your motion. He is English speaking. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. This case, Judge, is at this juncture, it is being charged as a felony 2 possession of a controlled substance. There is a $50,000 bond. From my understanding, at least at this point, Judge, is that there were multiple individuals in the vehicle that was either pulled over or stopped for some other outside alleged violation. And my client is 19 years old, Judge. This is his first adult charge, Your Honor. He does have family that he can stay with. $50,000, Judge, is over his ability to pay. And given the fact that he's had no adult felony history whatsoever, Your Honor, I would ask that you consider lowering the bond significantly so that he can assist in his defense outside of custody, and we can await the indictment of this case. However it gets indicted, Judge, and you know, on possessions, I don't it could be a while if they're submitting anything for any kind of testing in a lab.
State,
I was gonna recommend a reduction to $5,000 cash surety.
Judge, if I don't have a problem with my client answering any question as to that issue, so that we're not returning, if as of right now, he knows that that is unrealistic for his family, it should be okay at a 5,000, judge, but if you would consider any less, if my client does express that he has an issue making that amount.
okay. Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? State your name. How old are you? How old? What city do you currently live in? Who do you live with? Finish high school, sir? Do you have a job? Go ahead and reduce the bond. I'm gonna order random UAs through probation. Same thing I told the other individuals. Probation will contact you to get drug tested. You need to make sure you show up. No drugs, no alcohol until these cases are resolved. You understand? Stay in contact with your attorney. Bond will be reduced to $1,500 cash surety.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have before this court. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Rich.
Thank you, Judge.
Good luck to you, sir. Go ahead, have a seat. I think that's everybody, right? Okay. Thank you, Annalise.
Thank you, Judge.